Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another optimization problem where we talk about the product and the sum. Okay, the product of two positive numbers is 192. What is the minimum value of their sum? Okay, so what are we optimizing here? First of all, we're optimizing the sum. And the sum is equal to x plus y. Let's let x and y be these two numbers. So the sum is x plus y. Now, what about the product? The product is 192. So therefore, x times y is equal to 192. So this is what we know. Now, in order to optimize for s, for my sum, I'm going to need to make this only in terms of x or only in terms of y. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to divide both sides of my second equation by y in order to fulfill that purpose. So x is equal to 192 over y. And then I'll sub that back into my sum equation to get that s is equal to 192 over y plus y. All right, next I'm going to take the derivative, and for this I'm just going to be using the power rule. So sum is actually equal to 192 y to the power negative 1 plus y. I'm going to be writing it this way specifically because writing it this way will make it easier to use the power rule in the next step. So the derivative is going to be equal to negative 192 over y squared, and then y becomes 1 when we use the power rule, so therefore plus 1. My next step is I'm going to actually be we're going to set the derivative of the sum to 0, because recall that whenever we optimize in general, we always want to take what we're optimizing and find the derivative of it and set the derivative to 0 and then solve. That's how we do every single optimization problem. So I'm going to get that 192 over y squared is equal to 1, and therefore y squared is equal to 192. That means y is equal to the square root of 192. All right, so if that's the case, what would x be? Well, if y times x has to be 192, then as you can imagine, x would have to also be the square root of 192. And so what is the minimum value of their sum in that case, if both of them are root 192? Well, their sum would have to be root 192 plus root 192, which is equal to 2 root 192. Now, I should also quickly note that that actually is not the simplest form for the sum, so I'll discuss what that is in a second here. But another option is we could also just give a decimal approximation if that is an option at your school. Or we could find the things that are like the factors of 192 that are perfect squares. And one thing I want to note is that 64 times 3 is actually equal to 192. So we could rewrite this as 2 times root 3 times root 64. So that's going to be 16 root 3. And so 16 root 3 must be the smallest sum here based on what we did. Now, as always, if you do have any questions, feel free to put those down in the comment section, and I'll see you for the next one.